Hey, hey, hey. As the title says, we'll see if anybody joins in. I'm traveling for work. Figured I'd throw something out there. We might have a little rando live chat, maybe not. Just had a few thoughts and ideas and blabberings and random, blubberings. If no one has heard of these or seen these are really neat. Little zines, EMDT, First Hungarian D20 Society. I picked up this is issue 1, the first 6. Look at that cover. That is sweet. Issues of these at the last GaryCon 14, I believe. Yeah, GaryCon 14. And they're neat. They're neat. Little zines full of some tables and charts and randoms and adventures, scenarios. For a D&D BX style game, Descending AC. And the art is, I like it. And they're pretty chock full too. The print, it's not too small, but it's pretty packed, as you can see. The size of the print. Of course, I'm getting up close, so it is what it is. Oh, hey, we got some people here. Jeffrey Garrison. How you doing, bud? Thanks for stopping. And there's old Deb. Evening. So, yeah, what are we up to? Anything fun going on? Any new games? Adventures? None for me. I've been working a lot. My work, it's kind of on call, kind of not. I don't know. But I get called. It's time to roll. I'm not like a firefighter or EMT or anything like that. But there's some shutdowns and some outages and stuff that happen that they need guys, and away we go. Oh, nice. Paper miniatures. Nice. Actually, I purchased a ton of those. They weren't paper. They were this is Jeffrey, by the way. Garrison. I purchased a bunch of those. I guess you could call them cardstock. The more sturdy with the stands. I got a lot of those. I think who does Pathfinder? Piezo. They made a bunch. They were cheap, but they were sturdy. The art wasn't bad. I mean, they were usable. I think they have their place, in my opinion. Yeah, it'd be paper minis or your regular models, your regular plastic or. I mean, geez, you get them little suckers. Especially if they're just the two-dimensional, the flat. You could have like something like this, a little 3-ring binder with the plastic sleeves. maybe custom make or the card holders. See if they make them a little smaller. You can keep hundreds in a little space like that. Makes good sense. And the art on a lot of them are neat, nice. Especially if you could get like the the old school art stuff like that for the monsters and NPCs. That's not a bad idea, Jeffrey. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The metal minis. Come on, I love them. I love the metal minis. I've been on a 15. Actually, I bought a bunch. I'm going to show some more off. If you haven't seen it look back. I don't know, video 2 maybe. And there's a bunch of shorts I did concerning the metal miniatures, and I bought a bunch of 15 millimeter little buggers. They're mounted on pennies. Super, yeah, fairly easy to paint. You use just a little dab, and it goes a long way. And they really look nice. They take up less room, storage wise, and at the table. And you can double the distance. Oh yeah, they're definitely from a wargaming company, but they have, the packs they're cheap. They're from the UK. These particular brand that I got, they're from the UK, but gee, I got. I think it was 88 miniatures. Now, I ordered 2 rounds of them, I should say, 2 different orders. And the shipping was $10 each time. So if I would have ordered once, instead of paying $20 in shipping, I would have paid $10. I would have paid, I paid like a dollar, I don't know, $1.10 per miniature for 88 of them. Yeah, if you're using dungeon tiles and whatnot, but usually we just use, we have the hex mat, wet erase marker, one of those mats, the gaming mats they're just blank, brown, blank, them nylon or something. We use that, scribble out in marker, or I have a handful of, I don't know, again, I'm speaking with Jeffrey. Yeah, that's it, the vinyl Chesek Max. Yes. I have one of those, and we also, I've put together a handful of, I don't know if you're familiar with it there, Jeffrey, Professor Dungeon Master. He did, I don't know if he was the one that pioneered it or not. I'm sure he did, but maybe not. It's called UDT, Ultimate Dungeon Terrain. And I thought that was really neat. So I tried some of my own on a Lazy Susan, just a 12-inch round Lazy Susan, and made a little scene of terrain. I have like a mountain or cavern scene. I have just like your brickwork for dungeon. Sorry, we might have someone joining me. Oh, geez, what else was there? A wooden floor for like a tavern or inn or whatever type scenario encounter. I have like a swampy one. I have a just like a grasslands where I could just place trees at different spots. They're really neat. They work neat. I mean, for transportation, I just keep them at home. You know, and when I ref DM at home, I pull them out easy. You know, they're around the table, but yeah, it's that or the chess X map. I mean, I don't have. I used to. Well, actually, I probably still have a bunch of dungeon tiles stashed somewhere. I just don't use those anymore. Actually, now I think about it, I do have a crap ton upstairs, and yeah, that's probably another thing on the list I'm going to get rid of. You know, gift away or sell, dirt cheap, because I'm pardon me, I'm clearing my shelves of the RPG library that there's just so much stuff I gotta get rid of. Yes, modular terrain and chess maps with the flats. Yeah, place things like trees, alders, etc. Yeah, you could do the printable type thing because you know folks don't want to draw or they don't oh, they don't you know they some people honestly don't have any talent, some people do, whatever. All right, hold on here, folks. We have a let's see here. We have breaking news, folks. Breaking news. Hold on one moment. I'll be right back. Let me get my earpiece in. Oh no. Oh yeah. All right. We have breaking news. Breaking news. This just in. Hopefully, Mildred. Come in, Mildred. Mildred. Are we there?
Oh, I can't hear you, but we are live here at Beach, Tom. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
A lot going on here. I said, I don't know if you can hear me. I can't hear you at all.
I can.
Yep, we got a lot going on here. We got the winter hut down this way, and the artifact room over here. There we go. Our base is kind of fit out a little bit. And, got a lot going on in here.
Nice. I like it. Good action. Hey, folks. I'm going to apologize to the viewers. There's probably, Wi-Fi and internet fobbles.
That's all I got for now, though.
That's all right. We'll keep in touch. Thanks for reporting. Yep. All right. We had a little skit worked out, and evidently, oops. Let's see here. The Wi-Fi, the internet, whatever, wasn't working too well. I mean, I'm on the road for work. Like I said, I'm at a hotel. Their Wi-Fi is bogged down. There's all kinds of folks here, not just workers, people on vacation. It's summer out, All right, there's the ye old geek. Welcome. Glad you guys can join me on, again, just at work at the hotel. I just figured I'd blab. I'm kind of bored and see who could join in, who was free. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And as before Dungeon Minister and Ye Old hopped in, Jeffrey and we was talking about miniatures and terrain. He's putting together some paper miniatures. Those can work well because you can store those, by the hundreds in a, like I was saying, in a little book. Throw a bag of stands, whatever. You can really go with it. Okay, we got a question. All right, I appreciate that, Mr. Garrison. Everyone's different inspiration. What's my go-to method for coming up with on-the-fly adventure or dungeon plot scenario? I'll tell you what. If it honestly isn't something where inspiration is struck like poof right out of my head, I have been going to and using, now this I covered in leather myself, but it's the Tome of Adventure Design. It's right here by Matthew J. Finch. I believe, Frog God Games, Swords and Wizardry put it out. Trying to find it. Yes, Frog God Games, Mythmere Games. Yep, Matthew J. Finch, trademarked Frog God Games. Books 1 and 2, they were previous before I think this was both of them put into one, were previously published by Black Blade Publishing, 2009. Yeah, this bad boy came out in 2000, I want to say like 2011 or something. And wow, is this sucker. It has, I'm sorry you can't see that, inspiration galore. I mean, there's just so many random tables that you can use. Again, sparks the imagination, sparks inspiration. I do use that quite a bit. Or it's just whatever, when lightning strikes and I just start writing stuff down. Well, yeah, Jeff, you should read that PDF. And yes, Dungeon Minister, he does agree. Yeah, paper minis, you can have an army for the price of a handful of plastic, or one metal. Well, we were talking about the metals, and maybe you saw them, maybe you didn't, Dungeon Minister. The shorts that I did I've been painting 15 millimeter miniatures. Man, are they cheap. They're like $1 a piece, $1.10 US. I mean, they're cheap. An adventure hook idea right now. Well, I'll pull one out of this Tome of Adventure Design. Why not? Let's see. Let me flip one over here. Principles and starting points. We got locations. You know what? Let's just do a location for the heck of it. It's a D100, so let me get out my roses. We got 16, so we're going to go with, all right, the structure's description is circular. There's a 71. It is a circular lodging of the Bone Guardian. Yeah, this, I'm telling you, if you get the PDF, get it. If you can get the print, I love print. Get it. I actually backed the Kickstarter. They redid this. They added some more stuff and changed the type or font or whatever. I backed it. It was $50, not bad. I backed it, so I have the updated version coming, which, whatever. I'll gift this one to a buddy. I usually, a lot of books I get really inspiration out of. I'll do my own leathering, and I always do some tabs if I'm going to be using it a lot. I ribbon them if they don't have the ribbons. I put in what's called a back pocket to keep any papers that I want in there. And this is an awesome. The Quiet Year, awesome. And the Dawn of Worlds, another awesome. You can get those online. Yeah, so right there was just a start, and then it's this thing. I mean, what the heck? We're running with it, and then there's monster types. We have, all right, after the starting points or locations, we have missions. So okay, we'll do this. Let's see, what type of mission would we be doing if even that first didn't inspire. We're at 70. Okay. That goes back to location, table 1-6. Well, let's see. Oh, natural 100. We could, it says stage a raid upon the, we got a raid. We got a raid. And then, I mean, we have the event-based, that's location-based, event-based, patrons and targets. I mean, pages and pages. We have villains' plans. Roll that up. I mean, you got dungeon design, the maps. We got outdoor stuff, monster types. Non-dungeon adventure design, outside city, town, village. This thing is really a good go-to to have. It really is. It really is. So, yeah, other than that, like I said, random blabbery. I'm sorry that the audio video wasn't too good for the live on the scene with Mildred. But he's a buddy of mine. He's a good buddy, con pal. Like I said, we had a fun skit. Fun kind of, because, he's there now. And I'm like, well, why not do a live action kind of coverage? We'll be kind of goofy yet serious and go with it. So, whatever. I'll maybe later on this evening I'll try and maybe bump him on again, or maybe he can give a well, I'm sure he'll hop on. He'll do maybe an after con report. Do I spend my time on the road prepping for when I get back to the game table? Well, yeah. I mean, I enjoy. It's not like it's loud or chaotic at the house, at my home. But yeah, I take advantage of the quiet. I do, of just the whole. I'm in my room. I bunk alone. 99% of the time. Ye old geek, where am I? I am in Huntington, West Virginia, USA. Right now for work. It's not where I reside. And yeah, as I was explaining to Jeffrey, I don't know if he was on earlier listening to that ye old or not. There's times I get called to work, and my schedule for the most part, I work days, sometimes nights, or even that disgusting afternoon, like start at 3 in the afternoon shift. Oof. Um, oh no, I'm not at the con. My buddy that did the little stint. That con is in. Oh geez, it's called Phoenix Con. It's in Wisconsin. Hi Grant. Yes, I'm live. I'm live and blabbing, just killing time. Yeah, it is in Wisconsin. I can look this up right here on my telephone. Because he did tell me where it was, the exact, but it's in Wisconsin. It's called Phoenix Con. Yeah, that's why, because I'm like, what? You're in Arizona? And he's like, no. Yeah, exactly. Wisconsin Con. There's a lot of them up there, or a good handful, anyways, that I'm aware of. But yeah, because like I said, I do go to the Gary Con up there, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. That's a great time. If anybody can make it. I mean, I've been to 3, 4 of them, and always a good time. Never disappoints. Great small crowd. Good people. Yeah, I know, right? I'd try and hit one up there for a little bit. Well, and I work. The hours are fairly long. I don't complain. It's in Appleton, Wisconsin. Phoenix Con is in Appleton, Wisconsin. Excuse me. Yeah, I know, ye old. You're across the pond. You're across the pond. Oh, and thanks for that advice on, this goes out to ye old, for the MERP advice. I snagged me the Player's Handbook, the Beasts or the Monsters or whatever, and the Treasures. I got all of those for like a little over $100 in pretty dang good condition. So I'm willing to pay it. It's going to be something that's going to be in the library and stay in the library. Oh, the Dungeon Minister. Yeah, he grew up down the road from Lake Geneva in Janesville. Oh, neat. Neat. That's neat. Yeah, Dungeon Minister, if you could ever peel away when Gary Con, myself and my son, and if you were here to catch Mildred, that's not his real name. Obviously, Squirrel Herman's not my real name, just being goofy. Yeah, we're there every year. So if anyone can make it, come on, jam. I'd love to meet you in person. I've made a lot of good buddies going to that con and just meeting them for the first time. And we've been keeping in touch, whether it's through text or message or phone calls or whatever. Yeah, I figured you'd appreciate that, ye old. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And they're in pretty good condition. I'll show them off when I get them. I don't know, a month or so. I forget the arrival date, but I got those, and I have my eyes on. This is the second of the last chunk of purchases. Oh, yeah, you didn't even know how close you were. Dungeon Minister. Oh, yeah, you're in Ontario. That's right. Yeah, I recall you being somewhere up in Canada, up there in Canada. Yeah. Well, maybe Maybe you would be able to, maybe not. I mean, it'd be great to see you and meet you in person, but like I've said before, you, sir, are a blessing. You really are. You're a breath of fresh air on this YouTube. But anyways, ye older, let me finish that real quick. Squirrel brain. The last of the purchases I'm going to do, I have eyeballed all 4 of the Encyclopedia Magica for AD&D. I think it was the 2nd edition. And they're in really, really good, really good condition. All 4. Not a bad price. So I'm thinking about getting those to add to the shelves. That would be kind of the final, I'm done type deal. Oh, pig-faced orcs, of course. Hello. If you want pig-faced orc metal miniatures, sorry, I'm shaking the table there, Jeffrey. Go to Otherworld Miniatures. They're out of the UK. Their models are so old school. I think I showed 1 or 2 off in an earlier episode, snippet, short, or something here on the squirrel. Yes. Yes, ye old. Porcine. Porcine. Orc? Porking? No, that's, yep, exactly. Sorry, this hotel chair is a little, ooh. That's all right, though. Like I said, I appreciate everyone dropping in and blabbing. Saturday night, I figured, folks would be, hanging around the grill or maybe heading to the pub or whatnot, but I do appreciate it. Appreciate everyone's comments and subscriptions and likings and all that stuff for the YouTube algorithm. Whatever. But I do appreciate it. But yeah, and if Jeffrey, if you're still here with us, check out Ye Old Geek and Dungeon Minister, both great shows. I'm a subscriber. Like them both, really do. I like that your tour through the what was it, the Lizardman Lair or Lizardman Caverns or whatever. I just got done watching it, Dungeon Minister. I like that. How you faded it from the graph map to the tiles that you made. I like that. That come out good. Yes, ye old, yes. And right now's the time to snag stuff, even if it stings a little, because I feel at this point, the price points, there's no going back. There really isn't. In my opinion, you might as well just take that sting and get it if you really, really want it. I mean, that's with those Encyclopedia Magicas. It's going to sting a little, but for me it'll be worth it, and it's going to be the final sting as far as I'm concerned of buying books. There you go. See that, ye old and Dungeon Minister? Got you a new subscriber. No, that's cool. These guys are fun. They're fun guys. They're good to watch. They are. There's no person behind me. Proey. It's a picture, like a waterfall painting, generic painting in a hotel, but there's nobody behind me. So what's up, Proey? I guess. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Ye old. Let me ask you something. Have you gotten any gaming in at the table lately, or nothing? Grant, the 40-year ongoing long-going D&D campaign or whatever that's been going on. Yeah, I've seen that. I can't remember the fellow's name. I've seen them. I don't know if it was an interview or they were talking about it or something. That's epic. That's epic. And it's. I mean, it's believable. I mean, now I saw one too that was like the guy was so good, people come to see him from all over and whatever. I don't know about that, but I did see one about. He seemed fairly humble and just like a regular Joe Schmo jamming at the table. U3 Final Enemy online group AD&D. Nice. Yeah, ye old's asking you, Grant. Is that guy in Canada? The 40-year-old 40-year long game campaign? Had a session earlier today. All right. But you know what? I have another question for you folks. Now, Dungeon Minister, I mean, you have the little ones. But even, all right, ye old, everyone, what is the average length of a session for you guys currently? I'm curious. Okay, Jeffrey's clearing up one of his questions. I'm sure you guys are seeing him blabbing. Because for me, I mean, it used to be, and it wasn't that long ago, it used to be, 6, 7, 8, hell, 9, 10 hours. Some games would last all day. Man, it was great. Man, you can get so much done. You know, propelling the plot and the story, if you had any, or if you were riffing it and bouncing off the players and what they're doing, and man, it was great. And yeah, I'm lucky to get 3 hours now. God, it breaks my heart. Seems like you're barely treading water. You know, I mean, and we got wives and lives and kids and careers and jobs. That dang adulting crap. There you go. 4 to 5 hours. That's to me would be a comfortable. For me, I think comfortable would be 5 to 6 hours. For me, I would think. I mean, we in a way, I guess we could try to do somewhat of a con style game where it's right to business, now, that kind of thing. But we're social creatures. We're humans. I read somewhere the majority of tabletop RPG sessions is 60% blabbing and 40% actual playing. I mean, some sessions it makes sense. It's like, geez, but you want to catch up. You haven't been to the table in a couple of months. You might text and phone each other here and there, but so even if it's a 60-40, 60 gaming, 40 talking and joking, still, I mean, do the math. You got 3 hours. Even if it's, you're an hour and a half gaming. You know what I mean? It just, so, to me, it would feel you're moving more forward, getting something done, not just barely treading water. Give us a 6, 8 hour. I don't care. Come over in the morning, 9 a.m. on a Saturday, and we'll disperse at 5 in the evening. But I'll cook the lunch. We'll break for a snack. Maybe we'll break bread and have dinner and call the session quits. Have a couple, whatever. But folks can't do it. Well, what are you going to do? You just can't do it. I mean, I'd do that even once a month. That would be great. Because usually, if you meet every week, 2 hours, there's your 8-hour session, and you're broken up by intermittent. Yeah, I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. We get together, we have fun. It's a blessing to be together and, have friends, share the same hobby, face to face or online. It is. It is. Now, Grant, are you the Grant that I do know? And you know if I know you. Because I only know one Grant. Yeah, Yield. It's nice when it times out, especially without planning, that it makes sense. It's all right. Well, I hope you're doing good, bud. I love you, brother. That's to Grant. Cliffhanger stopping. If you can do that, I mean, 8 out of 10 times stop on a cliffhanger, reels them in every time. Ooh, Sahagin, whatever. Fish people. There's a point's been coming out in recent discussions. How do you treat super long-lived races like elves? Do you make your players understand the implications of playing an elf? Implications of, how they're going to outlive everyone, most likely? Well, the implications, I think, would kind of fade or be softened because they're an adventurer. So they're putting their lives at risk more so than if they were staying in, the forest, the glen, the homestead, the safe haven. So some of that, I think, would be, to the wayside. I'll overpay for life insurance. Well, the Dungeon Minister, I'm not sure ye old, but the Dungeon Minister might be able to back me up on this one. Jeffrey, if you look into a game called The Burning Wheel, there's a mechanic that, they have 4 elves. And I don't have that book with me because I'm on the road. But that is one that is staying on the shelf. I think it's called Grief. And playing your character, playing the elf. Certain instances and circumstances, I can't quite remember it now, but you gain points of grief. And I believe you start off at 0 or 1, but when you get to 10, your character basically goes off into the west and fades. They've reached their limit of, I can't, people, I'm losing friends, I'm losing, these human, and time is going by, and they've seen so much outside of the calm tranquilness of their home. It's neat. Dwarves have the greed, orcs have the hatred, humans, I forget what they have. Look into that, though. Burning Wheel. Yes, Dungeon Minister, everyone's favorite game that they don't play. Well, you can't find people that... it's one of them... one of them niche. I've it's on a Discord, I think, or a forum. I was talking to some Burning Wheel folks. I think Discord. And I did find someone on there that was only like an hour and a half drive from where I live. And they were playing for several years, and they were having a great time, and they were kind of on a break of playing. I'm like, please, if you get back together, I will make the drive to join in to get this hands-on. But nobody has the 6 weeks. Come on now, minister. It doesn't take that long. It did at first. I think for me, learning the Burning Wheel, for me, because the concepts and the wordage that they use was so different. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. Than the format that I put into my brain, having fun for so many years and following that almost cookie cutter, stereotypical, structure of all the different yet similar games that I've been playing over the years. And at first it was like just whoa, and then once it's soaked in, percolated and stewed, and mess around for a while. Aha, that's what. But everyone's different. Learning, Yeah, and this was actually, when I say a while back, this was before this was even before the germs. So fuel was cheap and travel was fairly on the fly, free, so to speak, a little more relaxed. So yeah, the fuel I could have easily afforded. It was, I don't even know what it was, $2 a gallon, something like that. And I would have, I mean, even if it was for a couple of months, even letting them know, hey, I just really want to get a hands-on of this game so I can really, I don't know, spread the nerd word about it. Because the table I have, I've used lately some aspects of the Burning Wheel when we were using Forbidden Lands, because they're both D6 dice pool systems, so you could kind of schmooze a little bit of the Burning Wheel into or with what we were doing with the Forbidden Lands. Oh, I could only imagine yield. I can only imagine. I mean, heck, we're what is it? At least here it was like 460 ish. Obviously, U.S. Here in West Virginia. Back home, maybe it was 470, 480, but yeah, it's got close to $5, but yeah. What are you gonna do? Oh, out there in Washington State. Okay, well, hello, Washington State. I do reside in Ohio, by the way. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't. I do know it's. Yeah, I mean, I do know over there where Ye Old is, the landmass is from end to end a tad bit smaller than here in North America. So, but still, I mean, that hurts the wallet. I don't. Yeah, whatever. Not going to get on that rant. We all know there's no freaking need for it. None. All right. So, comparatively, stupid tiny keyboard. Oh, little misprint, a misfinger. Um. Oh, sorry. Little scratch. Yeah, and I was showing off these earlier too. These echoes from Alt. I got 6 of them. There's some neat zines. I got them at the last Gary Con. I mean, they got some neat artwork. I mean, ooh, this one's brutal. Blood, Death, and Tourism. Yeah, it's neat. I mean, this is what I enjoy about a lot of this old school revival, resurgence, renaissance, or whatever. It really plucks a heartstring with me because I mean, obviously, I was at that age, and that's what I cut my teeth on. But I just like I get a kick out of this art. It just reminds me of the stuff I would doodle, or at least the style, or maybe the competency of the art or quality that I'd be doing in like 7th grade study hall about my D&D adventures, or whether I was DMing or I was a party member. Just I don't know. And then some of it is really really good art. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is good stuff here. I showed this earlier. I still like this. It's one of my favorites. I wasn't doing that in 7th grade, but something rough like this. Oh, heck yeah. And no offense to the artist, if you do ever see this. It's great. I love it. Oh, yes, the 5e Cool Kid art. Yes. Yes, 5e. Yeah, but I mean, I got to side with the folks that do say it. I mean, it's a market, it's a business. They're to make money, and if it catches the eye to make money, if that's their model, if it's not a labor of love, and they're there to turn a buck, that's what's going to happen. I mean, that is what that is. That's what's going to happen. I mean, what the heck? This is what This is when they were starting to roll in and turn a buck. And hey, man, it happens. It does. It does. I have those covers. I have the original covers. These ones are the travel books. Just throw around the table books can get beat up a little bit. Yeah, that's true because, again, the resurgence that's been going on for some time now. To grab our the grognard's eyes, grab their attention, grab a buck or two out of their wallet. Yeah, I could see how that argument would go. Yeah, the Warhammer 40,000 never really paid attention. Never really. I mean, I've seen some things here and there. Never appealed to me. Never really did. Everything is less gamey, more super dramatic. Ah, you know, as this changes. Hold on, I gotta clear my throat and get a drink. I'll be right back, folks. Woo. All right. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, but thanks for the patience. Yeah, water is life. You got that right. Got a lot of typing, coffee, energy. Well, Dungeon Minister, I do appreciate you joining. And again, I've been spreading the word about your show. Yeah, take care of the little ones. Hopefully, you folks over there have a blessed evening. And, yeah, I'll see you around. We'll blab back and forth. Oh, and thanks for the safe travels, whether you saw that or not. You might tune in to catch the rest of this later, or replay it or whatever. Yeah, Jeffrey, he's got some fun stuff. He's really, man, I'd love to sit at his table. If his game is even half as good as his recaps, let alone maybe better than a recap, wow, it would be a blast. Real blast, real hoot. Real hoot. Let me see. Just backtracking a little. Alright, down just one. Okay, Jeff, JB, JBG. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I get that a lot. Or other swears. Yeah. So, well, shit. I'll what, Jeffrey? Do you have a favorite? Okay, wargaming go-tos for like RPG mass battles. You know what? Haven't done mass combat in a long time. I mean, a really long time. I don't think we had any real structured mass combat rule set that we referred to when we did it. When we used it. Now, there was, and I don't have it with me, of course. Oh, maybe I do. I don't think so, because I didn't make... Oh, dang it. Unless it's in here. No, it is not, sir. Yeah, crap. There was one I did pick up not too long ago, and it's about this size, and it looks like the old white box covers, the OD&D covers, and it was a mass combat geared towards the AD&D BX rules set, and I cannot remember what it was called. I picked it up. I think it was via drive-through rpg.com, and I cannot remember it. I'd like to use that next mass combat that comes into play. But yeah. Yeah, Yogg. It's either that or Cthulhu. They're ye old. What is it, the Yogg Shoggoth? What are you, Yogg Jr.? There you go. He's just been there. You go. There's a little bit of honor there, ye old. You know. There's a little bit of right into the next scenario, brother. That's neat. That's fun. I like that. Yeah, mass combat stuff I haven't used in some time. Really haven't. Really haven't. So what kind of dice are we holding? Do we have a name brand of them? Our favorite go-tos? Oh, that board game can be fun. Mansion of Madness. I played that a handful of times. I got a handful of buddies there. They're more into board games than myself, but they're fun. That one is a fun one. Chess X dice to go with the mats. Respectable. I'm just curious. That's all. I mean, I don't have them with me, but my, what was that? The Holmes set. Okay, cheap dice, module snob. Dice, cheapskate. Hey, everyone's got their own groove. Yeah, I think I have a Holmes set that's original. With the white 1 through 10, D20. Was it yellow D4? Orangish D6, green D8. I think I have those at the house. And I have all kinds of other dice. Metal ones that are real nice. They're not fancy, but they're just nice. Oh, and of course, because they're metal, I had to get a set of the copper, of the silver, and the gold. Duh. There you go, 6-siders. Well, you know what? There's been a handful of dice pool systems I've been reading and into. I've played the Forbidden Lands, and those use dice. There's dice pool. Burning Wheel is a D6. It's a dice pool, and you don't have to, but to make that work, I guess, or to make it easier. Yeah, you'd either have black 6-siders, gray 6-siders, or white 6-siders. And there was one other one I want to think. It was a 6-sided dice pool. So yeah, I have a mountain of sixers. And these ones, they seem to, I think I showed them off the other day. I just got these in. These are my new favorites. And again, I've been saying it on different Discords. I've probably said it here a couple times. I'm pulling in the reins on the purchases, and I'm clearing out the shelves, and just reining it in, dialing it back. Oh, there you go. I see that, Jeffrey. I see that. And these dice I got. Probably won't be able to see what's in them too well. It's a full set. They have miniature roses in them. Clear. I got a set with 3d6, the percentile, the d20. They seem to roll pretty dang balanced, which is always, they're not. I got them off of Etsy, like an independent maker, so it wasn't a dice company. They seem to be rolling consistently random, which is nice. But yeah, I've got clears, like, the gemstone looking. They're plastic, the resin. You said metal, the opaques. I got so many of those. Oh, yeah, I have. But again, I'm done. I'm done with getting all that extra. Sorry about that noise. It's time. It's time. Well, speaking of that, ye old like to annoy. 410 is like the grape shot of airsoft. Actually, you put a slug in it, it's got the same punch as a 30-06 and 30 yards. Which that's pretty oof. And yes, Grant, I still do have that. That was something Grandpa Art got for me when I was a wee lad to go squirrel hunting. That's heirloom right there. That weapon, that firearm. No, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yes, ye old. The rainbow dice to annoy, to, a friendly annoyance. I have, I bought a crocheted dice bag. Now, bear with me, gents. A crocheted dice bag in the shape of a ball sack. And I bought 2 sets of clear resin dice with male parts in them. And those are the dice of shame. If you forget your dice, those are the ones you are going to use at my table. Lucky, needless to say, no one's forgotten their dice after that. Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's actually, you might, when I'm doing my channel in the basement down there, it's hanging behind me by the clock. You might be able to catch a glimpse of it. It's hilarious. They all laughed when I showed I was ordering that stuff. They were in tears going, oh my God. One buddy, he just leaves his dice at the house now. He's like, yeah, I'll never forget my dice. I'm just leaving them here. I'll buy another set for the road. Oh man, it was well worth it just for the laughs. And it wasn't that much. I think I got both sets of the dice for like $20 and the dice bag for like 12. All Etsy purchases. That's worth the laugh. That's worth the laugh. Of course, one player, buddy, his wife, she saw him. She's like, oh, now I want to start playing. Look at these dice. They're great. So again, an unsuspected laugh. Well worth it. Well worth it. Well worth it. Yeah, I have different dice to galore. Now these ones I do like to use too as a DM for calls on the fly. I've got it's medium value. There's glare of this hotel lamp. Minor value. Excuse me, major value. I like that. And then a no and yes die. Yes, I do remember you saying about that yield geek. No, yeah, that's fair. That's yep, fair play, fair play, and it's all in good fun. I mean, come on. I have a weather D10, a directional die D8. I do like those, and then I have another weather D8. This has a little bit of a different weather pattern, so I kind of use the D10 and D8 at the same time. And then this one, I know it's a little modern goofy, but it's what the heck, it's neat to throw into play from time to time when you come across a completely random NPC, or maybe see how the players, if you're actually refereeing a sandbox type game, how they bounce off of like their local, innkeep or whatever. It's an emoji, like an emotion die. So you can roll, that's a 12-sider. So you can roll that and, Yes, that is classic. Dice collectors. But see, I use these dice, and then I get bored of them, and I put them away and get other ones. So I don't know if it'd be a collector. Well, maybe. Maybe. But those ones I do use quite a bit. Quite a bit. I got there's a buddy of mine. He probably at this moment when it comes to dice puts me to complete shame. Yes, they need to spend their time in the penalty box. Yes, some dice, some dice, and some dice need to be completely sacrificed. Completely. There's a good shtick. You ought to look it up. The folks at Knights of the Dinner Table and or Hackmaster, I forget where it is or what it is, but they have a process for purging your dice of bad mojo or bad luck, and there's also a proper method of dice burial, or I think it's burial, maybe destruction. I don't know. It's fun. It's funny. It's all in good fun. There you go. Stick method. Let's see what I got over here. Okay. So does anybody draw their maps? Does anybody draw pictures, art, anything like that? Or do we just use online stuff, or a mix? All right, yield. Get your Z's, get your rest. Like I said to the Dungeon Minister, we'll, on the different Discords or on our channels, we'll keep in touch. Have a good evening, Blood. Have a good evening. So do you draw any maps or any monsters? Do you sketch, doodle, or do you just use printed things, Jeffrey? Yes, good night, Yield. Rest well, sir. Okay, you draw maps and monsters. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, I do some maps. I'm not much. I've gotten very, very lazy, and I don't know. It doesn't. As far as monsters or folks, portraits, characters, no, not so good. Buddy of mine's great though, and I do really well at maps. Have I ever encountered someone using a weighted die? Actually, Grant, no. I honestly haven't. I mean, some folks might sneak them by at conventions, at con games, but I don't run con games, so I'm just a player, so I've never seen it personally. Yeah, sometimes the doodle method has more charm. It can. It really can. I mean, let's see, I got something here, I think. Maybe. Yeah, here's kind of a doodle map for a one shot I'm working on for AD&D. It's nothing color, nothing fancy, but it works. Gets the point across. And here's like a doodly dungeon map. I don't have any of my other actually better maps out there here with me. It's in another little notebook. But yeah, I have fun doing that from time to time. Oh, absolutely. You got to be clear. Got to be crystal clear on your maps, unless it's part of the module or adventure that the party is given a misleading map or a smudged map or something like that. Outside of that, yeah, got to be clear. Why not? What's the point otherwise? Or if you're describing, you turn left, turn right, north, south, whatever, and the party is mapping themselves and they fudge up, that's on them. That's on them. Yeah, let's take a look at this Famalt here. I mean, the map's in here. There is. It's fairly clear. It's small. I mean, these zines are only like a A4, A5 size anyways. It's a small bugger, but that's fairly clear. Right? Let me get this kind of straight. No, I don't know why it's not. At least that one. See if there's anyone else. Any other? Yeah, yeah, this one appears to be decent. Clear. Again, small, but I mean, you were working on small paper anyways. Small format. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. These guys, and this is out of let's see, it is out of Hungary, these things. I looked it up online. You can get, I think there's 10 issues out so far. I think they're kind of hard to get in print. So that's another collector's hunt to get up to issue 10. But I believe it was $10 for one of these on their website to print. But because it's out of Hungary, it's $10 for shipping. So, I don't know. Look into it. I could be mistaken. Check her out. Check her out. Check her out. So, let's see, what time is it here? Yeah. I better be getting out of here myself. Wind down, go to bed. Got another day ahead of me. Got to work tomorrow as well. Work Monday. Then on the road Tuesday. And then, yeah, work. We got an emergency. There was a scheduled outage and at where we were to be working next, or not next week, the week after, or this week, the week after this week. And yeah, something else got kind of ouch. So now it's got, it's chaos, crazy at work. But yeah, thanks for joining in, Jeffrey. There's all kinds of good, fun folks. I really enjoy watching. Here's another one before I bounce out. Hopefully you're still there. D.M. James. Check him out. Oh, I will, Grant, dude. I'm gonna keep doing this. I tried to get, like I said, my buddy Nate. We had a little skit. We'll get an after con report when we have a better internet connection. Get things figured out. I'm gonna have maybe this coming week. I'll try and put together myself, von Ludwig, and Captain Velcro. Maybe we'll do some blabbery and. Yeah. You guys, thanks again. I'll say it just so folks. I'm not trying to monetize or any of that kind of crap. But you want to help spread the nerd word. Hit that sub, hit that like, and comment. Even not on the live ones, comment. Say this sucks. This is cool. Great. Thanks. Whatever. If you're any bit of a YouTuber, even viewer, you hear it. I'm sure would be appreciated. And we'll all keep in touch. Everyone have a blessed evening, blessed day, blessed week, blessed life. I'm out. Maybe. Yep.